Listen to that build up. Then I can close it back down. You know, and back to calm. Or bring it back up again like that. Okay, what's going on, you guys? So, third time I'm recording this video. First time, I made this track from scratch and I wanted that to be a video, but the file got corrupted. The second time, I came back and I was trying to break down just like this video that I'm making right now. But also the file got messed up, but hopefully this time this thing is not gonna mess up. Okay, so I made a track in the style of Kasango and Zakes Bantwini, that kind of style of Afro house. So I made this track here that you're gonna listen to. I'm gonna break it down and show you what I added in this track so you can hear the elements and everything that I added to achieve this sound. So this is what it's sounding like. Like there's a lot going on in this track, but damn! Hey! Oh, it sounds good, bro. Listen to that. Okay, so firstly, I added this sound here. This is just a sound that I added in from this plugin ES2. So that's the sound that I just threw in there. So here are the notes. I just repeated just this one note like that. And then next, what I added was some chords. Just a nice chord progression like that. Hey, oh, I like that, bro. And then at the end there, so I was just playing these chords here. And then next was this one, an F, and then just like that. So that's the chord progression that I dropped in there. And then after that, I added another piano just to make sure that I can maybe, just so I can play around with, you know, just like a solo, just solo a little bit. So I used this piano V3 by Arturia. So I just threw that in there so I can have just something I can play around with, and obviously I can add a little bit of reverb. But I didn't record it yet. And then next we're gonna move on to the bass sounds. So the first sound that I added that was gonna contribute to the bass sounds was this sound here called the breaks bass. So this sound is an ES2. And then after that I layered it with the sound, just to add some bite to it. So the preset is called Homage to the Roots. Then after that, the third layer was just a sine bass. Listen to that. So this is without, just to give those low frequencies, you know, just some nice punch for the subwoofers. And then after that, I just added the sound here. So I was just playing these notes. Just like that. So this is a preset called Broken Chiffer or Schiffer. I don't know how you pronounce this, but Schiffer, Chiffer, or whatever you pronounce it. But that's the sound. And I like that the sound has some movement. It's moving around. Like if you have headphones on, you can hear that. It's moving in the stereo field. And then after that, I just threw in a kick. And I just dropped in a kick from my sample packs that you can find in the links down below. So the processing that I added to this kick was I just added a little bit of, first a little bit of EQ just to add a little bit of volume. So this is how weak the kick is without this volume. And then with, and then I also added some overdrive. Just to add some bite to the kick. Just like that. And then after that, I also added kind of like a melody right here by this anthem hook lead. So this is like an alchemy sound. So I can play around with the cut off. Ooh, like listen to that build up. Then I can close it back down. You know, and back to calm. Or bring it back up again like that. I like when you can manipulate sounds like that. I like to use sounds that I can manipulate later like this because it adds to the track when I'm doing my arrangements just like that. I think that would be super cool. And then next what I added was just that hand clap sound, that one there. So it's initially a longer sample, but I just had to trim it a little bit and shorten it so that it's a little bit short. Just to add that. Just like that. And then I also just threw in another sound right here. This wave file here. Just for no reason, just to throw that in there, just for vibes. You know, and then after that, I think I also added, yeah, I also added a shaker. And on the shaker, I added some delay. So it sounds like this on its own. And it sounds super empty, but with the delay, you hear how fuller it sounds now. So I just added some delay, and then after that I also threw in a tom. Just a simple tom. Then after that, I also added a vocal chant, which I just threw in. If you want this vocal chant, you can get it in my store, link down below. It's completely free. What I just did was I just trimmed out the beginning of it because it just had a little bit of some silence. It just sounds like that. So this is how it sounds like in the track. Listen to that, bro. I just wanted it like that, like just like that. And then after that, I also threw in this sound here. Just this sound here called the amped up epic synth in Alchemy. And then another sound that I threw in there was this 80s simple synth patterns. It's just a pattern that just like a sequenced sound that just keeps going like that. Just to add some nice layer. And then the last few sounds that I added was just for ambiance. So I just added this winter dawn atmosphere. You can also get it for free. The link is down below. And then I also threw in an effect like a diving synth effect. I really didn't want to add in a what you call like a crash or a cymbal, something like that. I wanted to add something nice and soft and, you know, something super smooth, just like that. And what I can also do with this sound here is I can maybe throw in a compressor right here, and then I can just sidechain it to the kick. Let's see, to an instrument, there we go. I can sidechain it to the kick. Just like that. You hear that, right? I think that sounds cool. So this is without. And this is with. Just to get that wavy feel to it. I think that sounds good. And then the other thing I also added was just a conga. Just a simple conga that I added right there. So this is just the conga right there that I added, you know, just to add that nice afro texture into it, that nice afro vibe. Just simple like that. And then after that, the last thing I added was just a clave. Just a simple clave, just like that. That's what it's just doing, this clave. If you really like this track, make sure to drop this video a like, and also remember to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, because I'm going to be dropping some from scratch cookups. I will have no problems this time. I am gonna not let up. I'm not gonna let in technical difficulties mess this up next time. I'm definitely gonna make sure I drop like a from scratch cookup of a style like this in the future. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't. If you want any of my samples or any presets or anything like that, make sure to check the links down below. And if you also want to release your music this year, make sure to use my VIP link that you can find down below to release with DistroKid. It's the cheapest way to release your music on all digital platforms right now. This is not a sponsored message, it's just me hooking you up. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. I am X, and I'm out. Peace.